And now we're just left with our cuts here now. That was so easy to lay because I self-leveled the floor. I literally just had to back butter them and put them down. That was a very easy patch to do there. So I'm going to show you now how to do these cuts. Obviously they're all going to be halves at the back, and hopefully these sides are all the same size so we can just cut a batch of them off. So I'll show you marking them now, cutting them, and then we're all good. So for these side cuts, I'll just take my tape measure and I'll allow a bit of play, measure from the wall to the point of the tile. So about 7.5 centimetres there would give me a couple of mil play. And this should in theory be the same because we should be quite square with the door now. So we've got 7.5 centimetres marked on our tape. And then we can take the tile, so we know the tile's going in this way. And so from the point, which is where we mark our 7.5 centimetres, there we go. And it's good to have some kind of set square here. It's just easier for when you put it into the cutter to mark. And then we can just draw a line up there. And then we know this is the part that we want, that will go in there. We can set a gauge in our cutter and hopefully be able to cut these all the same. So let's just show you the back one, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's half a tile because we started a fall off, so we're just going to go through from the point to the point on the cutter. That's the part we want, point to point, snap it, and we should be able to get 2 out of 1 for all these back cuts through here. Right, let's go and show you cutting them. Having a good cutter does help with cutting these. You could always angle grind them if not, but yeah, having a decent cutter will make your life a lot easier. So here on the Sigma cutter, I can just put my tile in. I can use the gauge that comes with it, or what I like to do is mark on the cutter itself. So I've marked on the bar there. And then it's just a simple case of running through, breaking it off, and that's our piece. And then as we marked on the cutter, we can put this tile on that mark there, cut it off, and now we have 2. And then just to show you how to cut the half, so on this one we were going point to point, weren't we? So we could just line it up with the point of the cutter there, the point of the back of the cutter there, and hopefully we should get 2 out of 1 if we make a good cut here. Through the point, and there we go, we've got 2 halves to the back. So I'm just going to continue to run all of them off now, and we can fill all that in. Spread the backs up, same as before. Okay. And then we'll just place her in, give her a wiggle, and we can add some spacers to the joints, and that's that. So now I can just go around and fill all these cuts in. There we go, there's that one in as well. And you'll either probably have skirting or tiles on your wall. This has got a tiled skirting, so just always allow, it's good for expansion to have a bit of a gap as well. So just always when you mark, give yourself a little play, because it should all be covered with whatever goes on top anyway. So don't cut yourself too tight to the wall, especially if the wall's a bit wonky and it's on the rake. You don't want to be pinching bits out or grinding bits out. So yeah, always good to allow a bit of play there. And then, like I say, now I can just fill all of these bits in with just how I showed you how to cut them. And for the corner cuts, they look confusing, but really once you've got your length cut off, you know the backs are half, so you would just cut your length off first and just cut straight through the point to make this a half tile. Same with the right hand side. And that there is your piece that go in the 2 corners.
I hope that helped, guys, and you can see the full video with the link right here.